His eyes drop briefly to the folder in your arms, then back to your face. Jungkook, evaluating. Your skin prickles. You? Evaluating what? He doesn't answer. Of course, he doesn't. Instead, he straightens. Jungkook, follow me. You? What? I have work. Jungkook, now. He walks away without looking back. You stand frozen. Minzyu's voice rings in your mind. Avoid him. But your feet doesn't listen. Against every instinct you have, you follow. I've never been to this part of the building. No windows, no noise. Cold air conditioning humming like a heartbeat. Jungkook swipes a black card. A heavy steel door unlocks. He steps inside. You hesitate. You. Am I even allowed here? Jungkook. You are, if I said so. You enter. The room is dim. Huge digital screen line the walls. Behavior graphs. Surveillance feed. Redacted documents. A glass chamber stands at the center, empty but chilling. You shiver. You. What is this place? Jungkook stops in front of large monitor. Type something quickly. Jungkook. HYLINX real work happens here. Not in the offices. Not in the boardrooms. You step closer. You. Why? Show me this. He looks at you, finally, directly, and something shifts in his eyes. Something unreadable. Jungkook. Because you're not ordinary. And ordinary people don't end up on my radar. Your pulse jumps. You. I didn't ask to be in your radar. He steps forward, slow, quite deliberate. Every footstep echoes. He stops only a breath away. Jungkook. People don't choose what draws my attention. You swallow hard. You. And what exactly drew your attention? A long silence. Then his voice drops, low enough to tremble inside your bones. Jungkook. You look me in the eyes last night. Most people don't. Your breath catches. Jungkook. He spoke back, defied me. And you weren't afraid even when you should have been. He leans slightly closer, not touching, just close enough for the air to change between you. Jungkook. I don't know yet if that makes you courageous or reckless. Your heart is pounding so loud, you're sure he can hear it. You force ourselves to speak. You. And what if I don't want your attention? His lip twitch a dark, amused, not quite smile. Jungkook. Then you should have walked away last night. Your breath shudders. He turns away finally, facing the glowing screens. Jungkook. It's too late now. You stare at him, at the man who is riddled, wrapped in shadows, and realize something terrifying. You haven't even stepped into the real danger yet. You don't know how long you stand there, heart still trembling, air still thick with the ghost of his words. Too late now. It echoes in your mind like a verdict. Jungkook moves across the room, shadows slipping over him like they belong. He types something on the monitor, quiet, efficient, cold. You try to focus on the screens instead of him. Data patterns, behavioral logs, surveillance clip. This is in a workplace. It feels like a confession. You. Is this legal? He glances at you. Jungkook. Legal is a matter of paperwork. You stare. He adds soft. Almost gentle. Jungkook. But this is necessary. You don't know whether to step closer or run. He walks toward the glass chamber in the center of the room, the one that feels like it's staring back at you. He rests his hand on the cold metal frame. Jungkook. HYLINX was built on control, production, prevention. He looks at you over his shoulder. Jungkook. You'll be surprised how predictable people are. You fold your arms. You and I'm not. He watches you for a moment too long. Jungkook. No. Something in his tone makes your breath catch again, like he's not sure if that fascinates him or bothers him. He approaches you again, footsteps echoing softly. You don't move. Maybe you should, but your body has its own loyalty. He steps in front of you, close enough that you feel the warmth of him despite the freezing room. Jungkook, you're different. Your voice comes out smaller than you'd intend. You, you barely know me. Jungkook, I know enough. You, how? A faint smirk. Jungkook, you forgot where you work. You hate that his nearness makes your pulse stumble. You hate it even more that he clearly notices. He steps even closer, only a breath away, slow enough to give you every second to step back. You don't. Jungkook's voice drops to a whisper. Jungkook. Most people avoid the places that exist. His eyes flick down to your lips briefly before meeting your gaze again. Jungkook. You walked straight into them. Heat rushes to your skin. Your voice trembles out, not out of fear, but out of the maddening pulse he creates so effortlessly. You, maybe I didn't know better. His eyes darken with something unreadable, something dangerous and intimate at once. Jungkook, you do now. A chilling silence settles between you. You, why me? He doesn't answer immediately. Instead, he lifts his hand slowly until his fingers graze your jaw. Barely, just enough to steal your breath. Jungkook, because something tells me. His thumb brushes feather like over your skin. Jungkook, you're going to break the rules. You inhale sharply. Jungkook leans in, lips near your ear. Jungkook, and I want to see what you do next. Your knees nearly give way. He steps back for the first time, leaving you cold. Jungkook, come to my office in 10 minutes. Your eyes widen. You. Why? Jungkook's expression stays unreadable. Jungkook, because you asked what I want. He turns away. Jungkook, I'll tell you. The steel door slides open behind him. Jungkook doesn't look back when he speaks his final words. Jungkook, don't be late. The door closes, and you left standing alone in the dark, humming room, shaken, breathless, and painfully aware that whatever waits for you in his office is going to change everything. स्टील डोर बंद होते ही रूम की ठंडी हवा और डार्क स्क्रीन्स सडनली ज़्यादा हैवी लगने लगती है. तुम एक लम्हा रुक कर बस सांस लेती हो, पर ऐसा लगता है जंको की प्रेजेंस अभी भी यही है. उसकी वॉइस, उसका टच, उसका डोंट बी लेट, योर थ्रॉट ट्राइड, यू, ये मैं क्या कर रही हूँ, पर लेग्स ऑलरेडी मूव कर रहे हैं, जैसे कोई इनविजिबल थ्रेड खींच रहे हो. हॉलवे ऑलमोस्ट साइलेंट है, बस आपके फुटस्टेप्स और दिल की क्रेजी धड़कन. 10 मिनट्स मतलब 600 सेकेंड्स, और हर सेकंड में एक सवाल. वाई डज ही वॉन्ट यू? और उसके ऑफिस में क्या होने वाला है? तुम एलिवेटर के अंदर आती हो, डोर्स क्लोज, बस तुम्हारा रिफ्लेक्शन थोड़ा नर्वस, थोड़ा शेकन, बट क्यूरियस. डोर ओपन होता है. ये फ्लोर अलग ही दुनिया लगता है. डार्क ग्रे, ग्लास वॉल्स, साइलेंस इतना शार्प कि सांस भी सुनाई दे. और सबसे और चीज़, कोई नहीं, पूरा फ्लोर एम्प्टी, सिर्फ एक डोर एंड में, ब्लैक, मिनिमल. ऐसा लगता है वर्ल्ड के बाकी पार्ट से कट है. तुम उस डोर के पास पहुंचती हो, हाथ उठाकर नॉक करने ही वाली होती हो